In the first line, we declare a function called negation path matcher. This function will take two parameters. The first is path, representing the path we want to validate, and the second is excluded paths, an array containing paths that should be excluded from matching. We then declare a variable called excluded patterns. Here, we're using the map function to transform each string in the excluded paths array into a regular expression. The caret symbol caret is prefixed to each path, signifying that the path must start with this pattern to be considered a match. Each transformed string is then used to create a new RegEx object. Next, we enter a for loop where we will iterate over each pattern in the excluded patterns array. We're going to check if the path provided matches any of these regular expressions. Inside the loop, we use the test method of the RegEx object to check if the path matches the current pattern. If the test method returns true, it means we've found a match and the path should be excluded. When a match is found, we return false, indicating that the path is indeed part of the excluded list, and therefore should not be allowed. If no match is found, the loop simply continues to the next iteration, checking the path against the next regular expression in the array. Once we have checked the path against all excluded patterns and none of them matched, we exit the for loop. At this point, we can safely return true, indicating that the path does not match any of the excluded patterns and it is therefore allowed. This concludes the definition of our negation path matcher function. The function is now ready to be used to check paths against an exclusion list. Let's look at an example of how to use the negation path matcher function. First, we call the function with some path as the path to be checked, and an array of excluded paths. The result, which will be a Boolean value, is stored in a variable called isAllowed. Then, we log the value of isAllowed to the console. If the path is not in the excluded list, the output will be true, meaning the path is allowed.